Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to my channel, Twinfinite Divinity Tarot. Hopefully you're all well, happy, healthy, wealthy, abundant. We're going to take a look at bonus mid-month for September and through the middle of October. We're going to take a look at love, manifestations, money, and any challenges or blockages you might come up against. We're going to begin with love because, everybody loves love, right? So let's see. What do we have here for you? What is the first card for my Gemini collective? Okay, so we have harmony. And harmony says, you are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So this could be a month of really coming into harmony with your heart space, finding that balance between the mind, the heart, the soul. But let's get some more information and see what's going on in love for you. Okay, first card out is sabotage. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. Somebody attached to you could feel that they've sabotaged things. Could be you. You could be the person that messes up good things in your life. Everybody does, depending on our traumas and things like that. But this could also be just the person really just looking at themselves like, why do I do this? Why? I know it was good for me. Why do I sabotage it? And then we've got time. It says, I'm afraid it is too late to take action. So this could be a person that, has either wasted your time or feels like too much time has passed in between this connection for it to really just get back off the ground or for something to be made up. This could be either you or the person attached to you, depending on, just take it as it resonates for you. And then we have third party. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. So this could be an admittance from the person that you're attached to, saying that, maybe there was too many people involved in this. Maybe you were involved with too many people, which could also be sabotage, right? Like something that's good, you sabotage it by thinking there's something bigger and better out there, or letting your ego get in the way, saying that, it's too good to be true. Why do I waste my time on this? But let's get some tarot on it. So it could be this person coming in and, or at least wanting to come in and express some sort of truth about how they feel that they've sabotaged things, and maybe ask you if it's too late. But we'll see. What's this sabotage about? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, destined opportunities. So I see that there's still opportunity for you and this person, and it looks like things are changing. Whether that be a perspective, a mindset, somebody making better choices, taking actions to reasons why they may have sabotaged, to reasons why, and again, it's relatable to time because the clock is here. Time only stops if you let it, so there's always enough time. There's always a new opportunity to change or to grow, and this could be what this person is thinking about, maybe waiting for the right time, seeing if time ran out, or just really thinking of all the time that's passed between the last time they've talked to you. Okay, and then we have the Two of Wands, planning and decisions. So yeah, this is either you sitting at a crossroads, like, should I move forward or should I possibly look backwards, and maybe try to make a change in something that was in the past. Either way, this is making a decision of which way you want to go, left or right. It really doesn't matter which path you pick. Either way, as long as you keep moving, things will change, you know. So if you're unhappy where you're at now, planning and making decisions to move forward is always a good thing. So that's possibly what's going on, like a weighing of everything that's happened and really seeing, like, should I hold on or should I go backwards? And with the third party, clarified by the Four of Pentacles, a lot of it was scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset when it comes to relationships can mean that you hold on too tight to the idea of something, or you hold on too tight to your heart, because if you give too much to one person, that means that you're setting yourself up for failure, you're setting yourself up for pain. And if you spread yourself out around multiple, then you have people to fall back on, or you have people to fill that extra place, right? So that could be what this person realizes. It's like they may have felt like there was never enough, so they always had to either overindulge or keep things in line to where if something didn't work out, that something else would be there. And that's because they were in the scarcity mindset that if I lose this, then I have nothing. So I'd rather have things also in play to where if this doesn't work out, I can always fall back on this kind of energy. But it looks like there's some harmony being restored to the mind and the heart. So this could be them opening up that heart space that was possibly closed just by the fact that they're looking at it. Sometimes the way to heal is just to go back and really take accountability, look at where we've wronged people, look at where we've wronged ourselves, that type of thing. But now we're going to go into money and manifestation, see if there's any advice in regards to that, and then we'll go into the blockages in love and finances. And please excuse my sniffing, I'm still battling that sinus infection. The weather's been changing around here, so it's a lot. Let's see. So we have here, don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. And there could be something or some kind of opportunity that is presented to you, and you may be like, I'm too good for that. Like, I can't lower myself to do this, right? And that could be one of the things that keep you from moving forward is, it's not good enough for me. I'm too good for that. Instead of just taking the opportunity for what it is, because just because the opportunity doesn't look like it's going to be fulfilling, what's the risk of taking the opportunity and making it into something that's worth it, you know? So a lot of times we miss out on like the best opportunities because we're like, oh, we're above that. We can't lower ourselves to do that kind of thing. And not saying that you do that, just saying that sometimes our ego will get in the way and block out opportunities because we feel that it's not in alignment with us, or we feel like it's below us, or something like that. Let's see. Get more information. Yeah, the moon. Yeah, there's something around you that you may not be seeing clearly. You may not be seeing the opportunity in it. The moon is very significant here, so it could have to do with your intuition. Your intuition could be telling you to do one thing or moving you towards something, but because your pride's in the way, it keeps you from moving forward because you're like, I've never done this before, I don't know nothing about it, I just rather go for what I know kind of energy instead of going for the unknown. Whereas Spirit is trying to guide you somewhere, and you might be just kind of pushing back a little bit. Like, even if you don't know how you're going to get there, just keep going. Yeah, Six of Swords. So, Spirit is guiding you out of a situation of conflict. Spirit is trying to move you out of the river of tears, the fighting, the conflict, like I said. And that could be in business. That could be your own mindset. Your mindset could be, especially being with your air sign. Air signs do live in their head a lot compared to most signs. And this is moving out of that mindset of, oh, I can't do that. Or those self-defeating thoughts that say, oh, that's not for me, or I can never get there. So it shows that you're moving out of possibly a place of not seeing the opportunities as they come correctly. and moving more into your intuition instead of being in your ego. That's too many cards here. Okay, one card through. Just one, please. Just one. Okay, Nine of Swords. Yeah, there's something that's stressing you out, keeping you in your mind. And not saying that's not like a normal state for a Gemini, because, Geminis do worry a lot. But it's, again, it's your intuition trying to guide you and you battling against it, like trying to figure it out. There may not be anything that needs to be figured out. You just need to go with how you feel, go with how your heart wants to go. You could, when we do something based on what our thoughts tell us, our heart's not involved. And a lot of times, like, the things that we really want, or the things that are really going to be fulfilling to us, lean more into the emotional, spiritual connection. So as long as we live in our thoughts, we're always going to be trying to figure out, like, what's better, what's new, what do I need to do next, how can I achieve more, how can I do this, how can I do that, and it stresses you out. It makes you lose sleep because you're constantly in a state of trying to fight against something. That's why you've got to get more into the heart space, because the heart will always know which way is best for you. Your soul will always lean towards what it is that's going to be fulfilling to you. Sometimes the heart can be a fool, but if you're leaning on your intuition, what Spirit's going to guide you to do will always turn out to be something that's more fulfilling than something that your brain tells you is logical. Because sometimes logical isn't the best. It's that balance. And then we've got Temperance. Yeah, it's that balance. It's that balance of the harmony. Balance, harmony, right? It's that blending of the two. Using your heart to guide you and then using your brain of how to get there. It's that combination of, like, putting it together and then taking action towards your dreams, your desires, what's going to really fulfill you all together. And with the Seven of Cups here, you're moving away from the idea that there's so many options I can't choose. I'm just going to put a little bit here, I'm going to put a little bit here, I'm going to put a little bit here, and that causes conflict because you're constantly having to figure out ways to fill in so many different spots, which leaves you tired and disillusioned. The Seven of Cups is a very disillusioned state as well, because there's so many options out there. And with the world the way it is, we constantly have influences from TV, outside perspective, social media, all of those things that confuse us. And, they're all telling us, oh, this is the best thing for you. And, when you honestly look at it, what is actually meant for you has nothing to do with what's meant for somebody else. It has to be figuring out what it is that you actually want, like in that heart space. And that's where that conflict comes in. That it's showing that you're moving away from it. You realize, like, having 7 cups isn't necessarily a good thing. I'd rather have one good one because it creates less stress. I don't have anything I have to figure out now, like, I just know. So it's like laying a plan and, like, sticking with it. And that'll move you out of the conflict inside of your mind, because then you won't be in that place of constantly having to put your energy in 12 different places or 7 different places. Okay. And yeah, there's either some communication or some offers that are headed your way as far as like opportunities, could be even money windfalls. But that could be what's causing you these sleepless nights, is because you're like, which one is for me? This person says that, this person says that, this person says that. And it's time to, like, really figure out, like, for yourself, not for, like, what anybody else has to say, because they're not going to walk the same path that you're going to walk. And the Eight of Wands can also be as, like, just take action towards something. Pick something and go towards it, because that will help you to end those sleepless nights. Like, don't let those thoughts keep you in a cage that makes you feel trapped. It's just like, pick one and go for it. If it fails, okay, you learned your lesson and you move on to the next, you know? What do they say, burning? I get like a very burning the candle at both ends kind of energy with that. So let's see what the blockages are. Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay, so this says, pull your head in. Show more compassion and gratitude. I think this has a lot to do with pride too. Maybe you're more in your ego right now to where it's all about you and what you need and what you want. Maybe extending the compassion to other people, or even get out of your own head by doing something nice for somebody else. And be grateful for what you do have, because it seems like you're in a place, kind of a dark place, to where there's storms and lightning in this card. It's that dark place where you're just stuck in your head all the time thinking about something that's outside of your control, when it's like, once you show more compassion to others, and it's not saying that you're showing even compassion to yourself, you're just like, I'm going through so much, I don't have time for that. It's all about me right now, and that's why that don't let your pride get in the way is kind of there. It's like, just because you're in a dark place doesn't mean you have to shut yourself out. Like, just smile, go out and do things for other people. It'll make you feel better. It'll change that perspective in your head that things really aren't as bad as maybe you've been sitting there telling yourself, they are. So I'm going to look into maybe what's haunting the person attached to you. It doesn't have to be a masculine. This is the divine masculine haunted, but it doesn't have to be. Reverse the roles as needed. Gender's not specific. So let's see what we have here. Excuse me. And then in this, the rain's falling too. It says, hold on. Bringing on the heartbreak. You've got the best of me. This person could feel like you've got the best of them. Maybe they're crying. Maybe they're also in a dark place, maybe just showing compassion to this person that's also in a dark place, being away from you, or something like that will help to clear the skies for the both of you. Maybe they need to do the same thing. Maybe you are the divine masculine and this is the way you feel, that somebody got the best of you and it's dark and it's cold and it's raining. Me personally, I like the rain, but not in the way that, somebody got the best of me, but just in the way of, rain is clearing. I like the thunder and the lightning. So over here, the lightning and the thunder is just, it's more dark imagery, and this is dark as well. So let's see what kind of other messages we have here as far as blockages or challenges. Okay. So we've got gilded regret. For me, she's got a lot of like swords and thorns coming out of her head, right? And then she's blue, like very sad, very disappointed, very cold, detached. And this is because it just means like all the things that this person has done has been for other people. And maybe she's done things to other people, but regardless, it's like every time that she went into regret about something, or she did something that she didn't want to do, she automatically regretted it. And so she constantly put these swords right into her brain, because she fought against what it was that she wanted to do and went with what other people wanted her to do. So you could be in the energy to where you've done a lot for so many, and now you're looking back, like, where did all this time go? I've wasted it on things outside of myself instead of taking care of me. So now, you know, she's very guarded. She's very in her head. She's got all these swords and pain and all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's made her numb because she's fought against what she wanted for so long. That's made her sad and blue. So that could be the energy that you're in. It's like time to claim your what it is you want back, you know, instead of worrying about what other people want. And that's not saying, like it says, show people compassion. That's not the same thing. I'm basically saying that if your intuition and your gut are telling you don't do something, don't go this way, don't, but your brain is telling you something different and you fight against it, eventually that regret is going to build up. You're going to be like, man, I wish I never did that. I wish I didn't waste so much time. I wish, you know, that regret eventually catches up and it makes you kind of cold and detached to it. And then we've got Colette. She who nurtures empathy, gentleness, and insight. Yeah, this is that intuition. You know, she's got her third eye open here. Connecting with spirit, you know, like, I think possibly your heart chakra could be a little guarded. It could be closed off. It could be like, kind of like there's a dark cloud that constantly follows you around. Could be a disconnect from spirit. And what it's encouraging you is like, no matter how dark it looks, focus on what it could be. Focus on how good things are coming to you, because they are. I mean, as long as you believe it. If you keep telling yourself over and over, like, it won't work out, or like, damn, I keep going through the same thing. If you don't decide to take action and do something different, then yeah, you are going to be stuck in that dark place over and over and over again. But I have a feeling that the more that you get out of your head and into your heart and your intuition, the more that the clouds will start to drift away. Things will start to look brighter. You won't be in such a disillusioned state, not knowing where to go, because the ego is a trap. The mind is a trap. And it's just something, like, if you've lived a very hard life, that's all the brain knows. So it builds up these warning systems that say, don't do that. I've seen this before. I can't risk that. So anything that triggers that ego or that brain, you'll constantly stay in like a circulatory loop of insanity, because you're constantly fighting against um, the heart, and that's trying to lead you out of a situation, but the brain is telling you that everything is a warning. So even the good things are warnings, because at some point in time, like, the people you love disappointed you, or this person did this to you and disappointed you. That doesn't mean that everything that your brain tells you is the truth. Just because it's seen it before doesn't mean that it's the same in different places. So just be careful of that. Try to get more tuned in, tapped in. Stay out of your mind. You know, like I said, it can get you into a trap state. I'm going to pull a couple charms just to close it out. Maybe some signifiers for you. We've got angel wings. So your guides, your ancestors, your angels are watching over you. I've got a key here. And then I've got a skull and crossbones. So Halloween can be important. Maybe you'll get a key to a new car, another angel wing, and an angel. So the angels are definitely watching over you, being protected. And even with that temperance card here, that's showing like you're being protected through whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is you need healing from. And then we've got the moon. So again, like, that's that disillusioned state. Maybe you're going to be, because this can also relate not only to Halloween but to the death card. You could be laying down some things that have kept you disillusioned for a long time. And then we have a leaf. And to me, this is kind of like fall, and fall's about to come up. So fall could be a very significance for this collective. So anyways, I hope you got something from this, my dear Geminis. I hope that the messages were received. If so, please like the videos, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love you guys to the moon, stars, and Mars, and I'll see you in the next one.